What's going on, Hobby Lobby? I want to first start by saying that the last few months have been very difficult for me. And the reason that is because I originally started my YouTube channel to talk about subjects like politics, religion, and culture. I've recently transitioned my YouTube channel to doing mostly music video reactions with various artists that have been recommended by many of you. And I've been struggling to find a way to properly monetize my videos because of copyright infringements and a lot of the copyright restrictions surrounding it. I've done everything I possibly could to use fair use in order not to get a copyright strike on my videos. Nevertheless, most of my videos, when it comes to music video reactions, have not been monetized. So I've been struggling to actually keep up with making content and making money off of my time and effort. I want to first start by saying that I'm not necessarily in YouTube for money. I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to have dialogues with other people, and I also wanted to express my ideas, challenge myself, and allow all of us to grow at the same time. And for the most part, I'm very, very proud of the work that I've done up until this point. As some of you may have noticed, that I've recently taken a lot of my politics and religious and culture videos from my YouTube channel and put them behind a paywall for members only. And even to this day, I think that it is one of those decisions that I regret on a daily basis. I would like to have my videos published and I would like people to engage with them. On one hand, I recently made a change in my career from being a semi truck driver to getting into real estate. And I wrestled with the conflict between talking about politics and being successful in a new career that dealt with people of different political beliefs, different religious beliefs. And I had a major concern that those two things would come into contradiction. I do not necessarily know at this point where I'm headed in my YouTube journey. I've taken some time to try to consider it and try to figure out what is the best path forward. I love engaging with many of you in the comment section. I love seeing your thoughts on the videos that I produce. And many of you have come to me over the years to engage with my politics, to engage with my religion discussions, and to talk about the culture. And I felt as if I cheated some of you by removing that content from my channel. On the other hand, many of you have come to my channel because of my music video reactions and you enjoy my dialogue and giving you my feedback about those music videos that I react to. Well, all to say that it's been very difficult to monetize my time and effort in making these videos, making thumbnails, editing these videos, and taking the time to make sure that they get to you and that you all can enjoy them. Um, I never wanted it to be about money. I wanted to enjoy what I do and enjoy it with you all. But the biggest concern has been since I made a shift in my life, my finances are limited. My finances have taken a major hit, and I'm struggling to figure out exactly how to spend my time and effort in order to support my lifestyle and to continuously pay my bills. Now, I know that many YouTubers and podcasters run into this situation on a constant basis. They question whether or not they're making the content that is meaningful to them. They question how they're going to monetize it and how they're going to make a living by doing it. I always tried to fight this feeling and tried to ignore it and push forward, hoping that someday it was all worth it. But constantly, what I discovered is I was very gracious with other content creators, whereas I didn't receive any of the same amount of effort on the other content creators' part to include me on their shows and on their channels. I constantly saw that there was good faith effort on my part to make sure that many of the conversations that I was having included other opinions and other thoughts. Whereas I don't necessarily feel as if a lot of content creators are doing that. I'm not here to complain. I never wanted to complain, and nor will I complain. Just pointing out a simple fact of the matter. I spent a lot of time and effort behind the scenes over the years, reaching out to other content creators of different political ideologies, different religious ideologies, trying to connect with individuals, trying to appear on their shows, and trying to get them on my show. And it's been very, very difficult. That's one part of the situation that a lot of people do not see. And just to make it simple is not necessarily an easy task to accomplish. I do think the people over the years who have engaged with me, and most of these people have not been content creators, who've been willing to put themselves on the line by expressing their thoughts and their beliefs and being challenged, especially by somebody like myself who debates and have conversations about these things on a regular basis. So I thought about getting rid of my YouTube channel. I thought about leaving YouTube altogether. And I've been wrestling with this for the past few months. I would like to say maybe the last 3 to 4 months. And it's been very difficult for me to, on one hand, justify leaving YouTube, but on the other hand, justifying staying. And I talked to a few of my subscribers who are on the Discord and let them know my thoughts and tried to get feedback about it. And they simply didn't want me to give up my YouTube channel. And I overall think that that is the best approach. I wanted to create a community where I didn't feel as if I was somebody's leader or somebody's hero, but just a voice that brought other people together and allow other people to engage and to strike different thoughts and different, conversations in your own personal life that could help improve you and maybe get you to question some of your dogmas or some of your beliefs about politics, religion, and culture. I would like to believe that I've been fairly successful in a number amount of cases where people have actually benefited from the content that I make. YouTube is a difficult thing because not only do you have to make great content, but you also have to learn to figure out the algorithm. And if you don't figure out the algorithm, it doesn't really necessarily matter how good your content is if nobody ever sees it. And on top of that, you have to make sure that the content you're putting out can be monetized. Well, sadly, I have yet to figure out the magic formula to monetizing my music video reactions. I just have not figured it out. And I question if I can continuously put out videos constantly without seeing any reward for my effort. I also thought about what my contribution is to many of the people who are watching my YouTube channel. What is my contribution to the greater picture of my society and the country I live in and the people who run our country? I know that I may have some controversial opinions when it comes to certain political ideas. And I also believe that I'm giving my best effort to understand the issues and give my good faith thoughts on it. I think heavily about many of these situations and circumstances. With that being said, I don't really necessarily know how to move forward from here. And I'm making this video and I'm not necessarily editing anything. I'm just trying to open up and to be fairly honest about my thoughts. I'm not someone who just makes YouTube videos. I am also a consumer of YouTube videos. I watch many content creators. I listen to them on podcasts, and I noticed that many people spend a lot of time and effort feeding their base and pandering to their audience. When I first got into YouTube, people told me to find a niche, stick with it. But I'm a complex person. I have many different facets about my personality and interest. And I wanted to share that with all of you. I don't believe that as a content creator that I should only feed you the same diet over and over and over because I have so much more to offer. And I wanted to find like-minded individuals who were complex in their thinking and maybe didn't necessarily agree on all different subjects, but we were all interested in challenging ourselves. Well, maybe that doesn't work for the YouTube algorithm. Maybe it doesn't work as a content creator. And that's one of the questions that I've had to face time and time again over the past 3 years that I've been making YouTube videos. Am I niche enough? Am I reaching the right people? Am I too broad? Well, I don't want to be niche enough. I would like to be able to talk about all of my interests because I'm trying to connect with you on a human level. I'm trying to connect with you in many different facets and to explore this world. Life is very complicated. There are people with different interests who come from different cultures, with different beliefs, different ideologies. And I want to explore those things because in many different ways, I could be right about a lot of things and I could be wrong about a lot of things, which not too many content creators openly admit and constantly remind their audience that that is the case. I've taken a different approach. And I've connected with many of you and got to learn your personalities, learn your names, and to engage with you on a level that I find meaningful and I hopefully think that you find meaningful. And I don't want to lose that. That's why I decided that I would not get rid of my YouTube channel. But I understand that changes have to be made. So, with that being said, I am currently in the process of adjusting myself for good this time. I would like to make content that I personally find meaningful, whether it be a music video reaction, whether it be a political video, a religious video. And I have to trust that the people watching my channel understand that we are all complex and we don't have to agree on everything. But I would like for you to engage. I would like to hear your disagreements. I would like to see where you think my flaws are and tell me. I would like to see many of you in the comment section engaging and disagreeing respectfully and learning and growing and trying to explain to others why you see the world the way you see it. I am not in the business of creating a cult. I am not in the business of creating a loyal following. I only want to connect with other people and have other people connect with each other. And I want to play my small role in allowing that to happen. That's what's most important for me. Now, as far as the financial aspect of it goes, I currently have to figure out a way in my life to sustain my living, my lifestyle, and to support me and my wife. And that's something that I have to personally deal with. I ask that many of you who are in a position to support the show, to support the channel, that you do so in your own way, whether it be supporting me on Patreon, where I give extra content, early access to content, or whether it be engaging in conversations on Discord, or sending me a tip, or donating some money, or requesting a song, and just allowing maybe $10, $15 to request a song that will help monetize my time and effort. I know that everybody's not in a position to give. And I know that your attention may be split amongst a million different things throughout the day. I understand that. And I'm not asking anybody to give anything that they cannot afford. But I will ask that you be patient and be understanding that my time and effort is very vital to my survival. And I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. And I appreciate many of you sticking it out with me, whether you just joined yesterday, whether you're joining today, or whether you joined 2 years ago. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the content that I sit down in front of a camera and make every single day. When you see my thumbnails pop up and you click on my channel and you take the time to hit the like button or to engage in the comment section, I'm not sure if the YouTube algorithm is the best path forward. I don't know how sustainable this is long term. I don't know what it's doing to us as a society, as a culture. I don't know if it's for the greater good or if it's causing unnecessary harms that we see in ways that we don't notice. I really don't. Oftentimes, I feel like there's a lot of negativity coming from the YouTube algorithms that's forcing people to be one-dimensional. And I'm not necessarily happy with what I see. And I feel as if a lot of people in their personal lives suffer because we get obsessed with the same topics over and over and over again. And we constantly double down on our ideas without ever allowing ourselves to be truly challenged on why we think the way we think. I don't want to participate in that. I don't want to be a part of a system which only radicalizes other individuals or upset people every time they see it, or create an environment where I'm only feeding you anger to make you angry about something every time you see my content. That's not who I want to be. That's not who I want you to be. I feel as an American citizen, as a citizen of the world, that I can spend my life, my time, and my effort creating content that brings value to the viewer, that allows you to grow, allows you to take something I said and apply it to your personal life that benefits you. That's the type of content creator that I hope to be. I hope many of you hear me and understand what I'm saying. It's not easy being a content creator. There are other content creators who have figured out YouTube and podcasting in a much better way than I have. I don't blame them. I'm not upset with them. I envy them in a certain fashion, but not if it has to come at the price of me sacrificing my integrity or my morals. I think every liberal, every conservative, every Christian, every Muslim, every Jew, every black, every white, Hispanic, Latino, no matter where you are, no matter what country you reside in, if you're watching my show, whether it be for music video reactions or the politics or the religion, I want to thank you for being open-minded, for being patient, for being understanding, for having the ability to challenge yourself. I thank you for your time and your energy. And hopefully I'll survive and I can stick through this and find a better path forward. I would also like to be a little more personal with you. I would like to make videos that I enjoy, that are dear to me, about subjects and topics that I personally like. Maybe videos about my personal life and what I'm doing from a day-to-day point of view. So the Hobby Lobby is not about politics, religion, culture, or music. It's about people. It's about the human experience. It's about exploration. And I want to believe that I can create a channel that focuses on all facets of life without feeling as if I have to feed into the algorithm in order to make money. Because you deserve better. We all deserve better. So I'm not ending my YouTube channel, but I am going to make content on my own time that I find valuable. And I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to engaging with you. And I implore all of you to take the time to join the conversation, whether it be on Patreon or Discord or in the comment section. And I thank many of you who supported me through this time. Thank you for your financial support, your emotional support, spiritual support. Thank you for your time, your effort, your energy. You are highly appreciated. And for many of you who will support me in the future, I'm a human being with human concerns, and I'm still trying to find my way as a content creator. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate it. And I always say peace and glory. And that means be peaceful and be great. And I really do mean those things. Till next time, I'm out.